Butte County water rescue crews called out to the Sacramento River west of Chico this morning. We'll tell you what they found when they got there. Also, a key ruling today from a judge about the deployment of troops in California's Los Angeles County. And we also have details on a car taxiing down the runway. This happened at an airport right here in California.
Covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now. Coverage you can count on.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. New at noon today, a discovery that brought Butte County water rescue crews to the Sacramento River west of Chico. Take a look. You can see the top of the car submerged in the water. This is near the Pine Creek boat launch off River Road, south of Highway 32. Now, the call came in at 9 o'clock this morning. Rescue divers say there was no one in the car, an Audi, and we are told it has not been reported stolen. Crews are still at the scene working to pull that vehicle out. A federal judge has once again blocked the Trump administration from deploying members of the California National Guard in Los Angeles. Today, U.S. District Judge Charles Breyer granted a preliminary injunction filed by the state, pausing the deployment of troops until Monday, and that's to allow time for the Trump administration to appeal. More than 4,000 California National Guard members were initially called up to L.A., and while that number has dropped to several hundred, the deployment was extended until February. In economic news, the Federal Reserve reduced its key interest rate for the third time in a row today, but signaled that it may leave rates unchanged in the coming months, a move that could attract ire from President Trump, who has demanded steep reductions to borrowing costs. In a set of quarterly economic projections, Fed officials signaled they expect to lower rates just once next year. Today's cut reduced the rate to about 3.6%, the lowest it's been in nearly 3 years. Lower rates from the Fed can bring down borrowing costs for mortgages, car loans, and credit cards over time, although market forces can also affect those rates. This is a live look from an Alert California camera at the Chico Regional Airport, where you see the gray skies and fog continue. This is in Chico anyway. Meteorologist Mikkel Hannah Harding has a look at what you can expect ahead.
Well, good afternoon, Linda. We are taking a look at infrared satellite. Another foggy start in the valley. You can actually see some of that dense fog still lingering in parts of the mid-valley. As we head towards Plumas County, though, Bald Eagle Mountain, not a bad look in those higher elevations right now above the fog cloud cover. We're looking at blue skies out there for sure. As far as the outlook for today, though, we're going to see temperatures in the northern mountains around 60 for a lot of locations, and a lot of sunshine expected for today, honestly. As we head down towards the southern mountains and also take a look at the Cascades here, we're looking at those temperatures getting into the upper 50s, right around 60 in the Sierra as well. And then for the foothills, we're looking at Magalia Paradise around 60 degrees as well, even some upper 60s possible in the foothills for today, but an evident difference from Redding 69 as we head towards Chico in the 40s. We'll look at your forecast in more detail coming up.
All right, thank you, Mikkel. New at noon and caught on camera, scary moments on the taxiway at a Southern California airport. The video shows a car racing past at least 2 planes and workers. This happened Monday on a taxiway at John Wayne Airport in Santa Ana. Airport officials say the driver in a white sedan was a contract security guard assigned to airfield security. They say the driver was having some type of medical emergency. A baggage handler who captured the video says it was unlike anything he's ever seen.
It was just a wild thing to witness. I was getting ready to work on a flight, and all of a sudden we see, me and my coworkers behind me, we see this white Camry that zooms past us at first, and we were all just like, what was that? There was an unbadged, no siren car, like nothing we've ever seen. Like, and it's, speed limit's 15 miles an hour on the airport. So this guy going like, 80, 90 miles an hour, weaving out into the taxiway, completely should not be doing this.
Orange County Sheriff's deputies responded and detained the driver, who was evaluated by medics and then hospitalized. Details about the possible medical emergency were not immediately available. Also caught on camera, a jaw-dropping moment on a busy highway in Florida. A small plane slammed onto a car as it tried to make an emergency landing. As Chris Van Cleve shows us, remarkably, everyone is okay.
Video captures the moment a small plane collides with a Toyota Camry on Interstate 95 Monday night in Brevard County, Florida.
A plane just crashed onto a car on a highway.
The FAA says the pilot reported engine issues moments before attempting to land on the freeway and hitting that car.
Without any kind of warning, whatever, it just came down and slammed onto that car.
James Coffey and his son Peter were directly behind the Camry when it was hit.
Yeah, we were about 3 seconds behind it. Self-preservation is your first instinct, so we wanted to make sure we steered clear.
Yeah.
And then secondarily was, okay, everything stopped. Are they okay?
The car's driver was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. The pilot and the plane's passenger were not hurt.
It was very scary. We're glad we got out in one piece and without, and everybody got out in one piece with minor injuries.
The FAA is now investigating.
Certainly an amazing outcome. That was Chris Van Cleve reporting from Brevard County, Florida. The search continues today for one of 2 suspects wanted for shooting at deputies in Siskiyou County during a chase. Stephen Robles on the left was taken into custody last night. Deputies say he and Leanne Verraro ran off in the McLeod area yesterday just before 7 a.m. There was a shelter-in-place order during the initial search, and this video shows the 2 at the McLeod RV park around 10:30 yesterday morning.
The female is still outstanding. If you know her whereabouts, please dial 911. We need to get her into custody as soon as possible.
There's another look at the outstanding suspect, Leanne Varao. The deputies say she's considered armed and dangerous and was last seen wearing dark-colored clothing. A fire at an apartment complex in North Chico injured one person. It happened just after 4:30 yesterday afternoon on Tonilla Way. The Chico Fire Department said a couch caught fire in an upstairs unit. The apartment sprinkler system was set off, and that helped extinguish the flames, but it did cause water damage to a number of units.
With that being a second floor fire, a significant amount of water came through the second floor to the first floor, and so we're clearing out belongings that we can save, and then squeegeeing water out of those first floor units to try to minimize as much damage as possible.
One person went to the hospital with minor to moderate injuries. The cause of that fire is still being investigated. The city of Reading has selected a new city manager. He is William Tarbo, most recently worked for the city of Concord as public works director. The city says Tarbo has demonstrated a combination of skills, vision, and leadership. He's also served in leadership roles in Benicia and San Francisco. Tarbo said it is a good fit for him and his family. He will replace Barry Tippin, who retired in October. Well, you could see more smoke today in Butte County. The prescribed burn continues on Butte County's ridge in the Plumas National Forest. This photo sent in from a citizen journalist, Chelsea Smith. You can see smoke billowing above Sawmill Peak. Yesterday, crews treated about 100 acres of piles on Sawmill Peak, which is east of Magalia, as well as 100 acres in the Challenge area. Today, they plan to treat about 100 acres in the Concow area between Flea Mountain and Crane Ridge, and an additional 90 acres in the Challenge area. Still ahead, AAA issues its Christmas holiday travel forecast, and it could be a record setter. Plus,
everywhere you look, a reminder of the holidays ahead. I'm Gwen Baumgardner with why scenes like these are driving feelings of stress all across the country.